You didn't come here to try, you came here to feel, without needing to explain. Let the breath find you. Let your body realize it is safe now to slow down. There is nothing to control, nothing to get right, no task ahead, only this moment unfolding. There is a place inside you where hunger is quiet, not suppressed, just not so loud anymore. You can sense it now, not as an idea, but as a gentle shift in awareness. The body speaks, and when you are still, you hear what it truly needs. Maybe not more, maybe not again, maybe not now. There is a rhythm beneath the craving, a message beneath the impulse. Not punishment, not control, just attention. Soft, silent attention. You are not here to restrict. You are here to return, to come back to a knowing that was never lost, just buried under noise. Your body is not the enemy. It holds memory and safety and rhythm. It wants to move, to flow, to rest, to feel nourished, not just full. Let your belly relax. Let your jaw drop again. Let your hands lie open. Notice how it feels to be unarmed, untense. This is not control. This is communion. When your breath meets your body without resistance, something shifts. You no longer eat from absence. You no longer eat to silence something. You eat to respond, not to escape. The signal is changing, and you are the one changing it. There were times when food arrived before the feeling, before the question, before the choice. It wasn't wrong, it was survival. It was habit dressed as comfort. But now you are awake in a gentler way. You begin to notice this movement toward the cupboard, this reach for more, this pause before the package opens. And in that pause, there is freedom, a window, a whisper that says, you are not that person anymore. You don't need to fill silence with sugar. You don't need to cover stillness with chewing. The urgency fades when you stop rushing to meet it. Automatic hunger is just a shadow of something older, and you don't belong to it anymore. You belong to this breath, to this moment, to this quiet, steady return to your self-respect. Not punishing, not perfect eating, just presence and clean space. You can move through a craving like walking past the window. You can see it and keep walking. The pattern doesn't own you because you no longer feed it. There is elegance in saying no without effort. There is freedom in tasting hunger without fearing it. You are not a machine. You are a rhythm, and you get to decide what stays and what no longer belongs. You begin to notice that less often feels more. A slower touch, a single scent, a cooler sip of water that touches the throat like silk. You are not empty, you are just overstimulated, flooded, distracted, taking away from the simplicity of enough. The shift doesn't come from fighting against what it was. It comes from waiting less and loving it. You taste the moment, not the rush, not the feeling, but the pause between, and it becomes a form of elegance. You become more selective, more refined, not because someone told you, but because your system craves stillness more than overflow. The textures begin to matter, not just on your tongue, but in your day. You start curating your moments like someone curates a space, with care, with less. And that subtle sense of enoughness, it rises from somewhere beneath your name. It doesn't need a reason. It simply is. You breathe, you feel, and you find that the craving was not for more, but for presence. Not everything that calls you deserves a response. This is grace in letting some things pass through you without catching. And now, you are catching your life piece by piece, with precision and with softness. Nothing needs to be fixed, just listened to. And you have listened, not with your ears, but with the quiet beneath them. This new rhythm inside you doesn't need rules. It follows you because it is made of you. Less urgency, more presence. Less noise, more noticing. You do not crave what you have learned to understand. And now you understand yourself differently. The parts of you that once reached without pause, they now wait and feel and ask. And you move slower, not because you are weak, because you are deliberate. You say no without guilt, and yes without fear. There is space between thought and action, and that space is where your power lives now. You are not what you did. You are what you are doing right now. And you are doing something beautiful, becoming aware and soft and precise. You don't owe anyone performance. You don't owe old habits, obedience. You owe yourself quiet, and you are calming it. Let your body stay in this memory. Let your senses stay in this quality. Let your mind stay curious, but less hungry. You are not finishing a session. You are continuing a remembering. Let the world around you meet a lighter you, not just in body, but in decision, in pacing, and how you allow your presence to settle. And as you begin to return, let this not feel like an ending. Let it feel like something that continues inside you. Every time you choose softness over noise, I feel drawn to what nourishes me, not what numbs me. I pause before I reach, and in that pause I choose. I no longer serve old cravings. They don't speak my language anymore. My presence is stronger than my patterns. Simplicity calms me. I no longer confuse excuses with abundance. I enjoy movement. I enjoy the way my body responds to less. Satisfaction doesn't come from more. It comes from awareness. I notice textures, I notice timing, and I notice when something no longer feels good. I do not chase, I let sensations come to me, and I let them pass. My stomach does not decide. My nervous system does. And it speaks in whispers, not alarms. What used to control me now dissolves quietly. I trust my slower rhythm. It protects me. Not every urge deserves action. Not every thought deserves belief. I eat with intention. I stop with ease. Nothing controls me unless I feed it, and I no longer do. My lightness is not only physical, it's emotional, energetic, cellular. I'm recalibrating, and it shows, not just in how I look, but in how I choose. You don't have to wake up all at once. You can return in layers, quietly, as if you never left yourself at all. There is no rush, no pressure. The shift has already happened, and now it's simply settling. You carry something new, not loud, but grounded, not urgent, but unmistakable. Your body remembers softness, your breath remembers rhythm, your mind remembers space. The weight is no longer pressing inward. It's dispersing in thought, in reflex, in habit. What felt automatic before now feels like a choice, a question, a permission. You have more room inside, not because something is missing, but because something unneeded has left. And you didn't force it, you just stepped aside and let it go on its own. In a few moments, you'll begin to move again, but not in the same way. With a little more awareness, a little less noise. You may drink water, you may stretch, you may smile, or simply rest for a while longer. Whatever you do, let it be a reflection of the stillness you touched, not the rush you left behind. There is no finish line, only presence, and you carry it now with clarity, restraint, with quiet strength. And when you are ready, you will open your eyes to a world that feels just a little lighter.